Good morning, sleepyheads. So you might be wondering where I've been. Well, I've been asleep the whole time.
Man, this game show sucks.
Ever since I was small, the word Pau and the word sleep have gone together like peanut butter and jelly. I'd fall asleep all the time, even at the most inconvenient of places. I didn't even attend class sometimes because my teachers concluded, well, if she's going to sleep all class, she might as well do it in the infirmary. The infirmary was my home. I'm probably the sleepiest person in the world. I have an oversleeping problem. I can fall asleep for days and weeks at a time. I'm practically either asleep or living some very drowsy horrors in any given instance. Because of this, most people I know are used to me being what they call the eeper. Even if at a glance it looks like I have some very serious condition. Oh god, she's unconscious! She needs to be taken to the hospital! Nah, she just does it sometimes. It's like her thing. When doctors have treated this with me, I've had many alterations to my medication, and sometimes it's helped me stay awake. The fact that I take so many pills definitely contributes to it, but I've been told that the underlying cause of me sleeping so much is my depression. Everyone chemically reacts differently to depression. As for me, my body goes into actual hibernation mode for some reason. What makes the sleeping cycle especially hard is the fact that in the short spans of time that I'm awake, I sort of wish I wasn't. So back to sleep I go. And this has been going on for years now. I've talked more in depth about what being a shut-in has been like for me before. At my worst, I didn't get out of bed for 12 days of constant bedridden sleeping. I wish I could describe how insanely unhealthy that is. Do you know how many breakfasts I miss? I want breakfast. As much as I like to sleep, I can't keep living bedridden and asleep all of the time. There's not much living involved, just a lot of crazy dreams. So I decided I wanted to take the initiative to be a little more awake every day. Currently, I'm at a weird spot in my life where I've grown enough that I'm not as lost in my own head as I used to be, yet I still live isolated with the same disabling fears and habits that prevent me from living a normal day. No better example are my sleeping patterns. So, how do I fix this? I take a combination of antipsychotics and antidepressants, but if I don't have a proper sleep routine, they can have an opposite effect. So, I had to make the tough decision to set specific wake up and bedtime hours, even though I'm much more productive at night. A lot of these meds weren't designed with someone like me in mind. The next challenge is getting out of bed and tending my bed, which seems like an obvious step, but it's surprisingly hard, especially after years of not doing it. My bed is dangerous, but comfy. Too comfy perhaps. The sight of the open covers is so tempting and gives me this weird feeling of security, but only once I get up does my brain understand that it's no longer bedtime. It might seem silly, but this mental shift helps medication work. I don't fully understand how it works, but combined with my meds and a handful of vitamins, since I seem to be deficient in pretty much everything, it's helping me stay awake and slowly begin to function again. I know it can get better. I have evidence of it. Every time I'm all doom and gloom about my growth, I remember the Pau years ago that couldn't get out of her own room, afraid of the outside, afraid of the dark. Now I can freely walk around my apartment, look out a window and think, wowie, it's a nice day outside. I've sort of realized I'm an indoor plant. I'm not part of the garden, and that's okay. My only hope is I can grow just like everybody else does. I've chosen to believe that my oversleeping problem is just a nerf from the universe as it knows how powerful I can be. That'll be all for now, sleepyheads. My story's coming your way soon. Take care. Don't forget to take your meds. And good night.